Hey guys, it's Brindley. Happy Monday. I woke up this morning and I was like ready to slay the week. Did my run this morning. I discovered that I usually listen to podcasts on runs, and someone suggested that I just run in silence because it's where you can get a lot of your great thinking done. And I just thought that was a really great tip. And that's kind of where this topic came up. So some of you, this might be a surprise to you. I'm being a little sarcastic. I am a pretty intense person. I carry a lot of passion. I'm very much a driver type individual. And so there's a lot of passion in the good things in my life. And I've learned that with the good, sometimes comes the bad. And so sometimes I can be really intense when I'm passionate about something. And then when I don't agree or I'm not so passionate about something or I'm upset, I can get really intense as well. And it's something that, I continue to work on. We're all, our behavior does not define us. We are all works in progress, and we're all, as my friend Nikki Klein reminded me recently, we're all imperfectly perfect. And so what I wanted to talk about today was one of the biggest lessons that I've learned and that I continue to use today when I may have an emotional outburst or I make a really big mistake. I'm one of those people that can beat myself up internally pretty badly. And I've had to learn a long time ago to take the 2x4 out of my pocket that I beat myself with and shred it. And instead of beating myself up, choosing to learn the lessons and why something happened. And so I was just on a call with a friend and we were talking about this, and I said, there's a reason that you are where you are today. There's a reason that you are part of everything that you're a part of right now in your life. There's a reason that I'm here. There's a reason that I'm leading the people that I'm leading. There's a reason that I'm working with the clients that I'm working with. And there's also lessons in all of it. So as much as I'm here to add value to the world around me and add value to the situations that I'm being placed in, I'm also here to learn. And one of the sayings that I've learned in the last 8 years is that when I am disturbed, it has to do with something inside of me. It has nothing to do with the other person. Because see, you could, and think about this. There are, and I'll kind of use the partner or spouse analogy, right? There are some days that you can come home and your spouse can be chewing on a piece of gum and it doesn't bother you at all. It doesn't even faze you. It doesn't bother you. They're chomping like a cow, doesn't bug you. But you come in like a week later, chomping on the same gum, just like the same cow, and you flip, right? You flip a switch. Why are you always chewing like a cow? You make so much noise. I can't hear the TV, right? Same situation, different reaction. And typically, and always, it's because it has nothing to do with the gum or the cow or the husband, for that matter. It's something inside of us. It's something inside of us that has caused us to be triggered at that moment. And all that person is, the husband in the situation, is our mirror. They've been placed there to show us what we need to see in ourselves if we choose to look at it. Now, I always say that when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. And the teacher will remain until the lesson is learned. So you can choose to ignore what you see in the mirror, yet know that situations are going to keep occurring. Though they may look very different than one another. They may be very different with one another because God, the universe, whatever you would like to call your higher power, as long as you've heard me say it's not you, is working to teach you something. Right. And it's going to attempt to teach you in different ways in hopes that one of those ways will make you finally go, I see what I need to change inside of me to stop these things from happening. Right. So in my situation with a lot of my emotional intensity, and I've done a lot of work around emotional intelligence, is that the power of the pause has always been hard for me. Always, 100%. And I'll do really well at it. And then all of a sudden I want to go back into my old ways and something will happen and I'll have the emotional outburst. And then I'm like, ugh, I just had to learn the lesson again. And then I have to go back and remember, wait, this has nothing to do with the other person. This has to do with me. This is my lesson. What am I supposed to learn through this? And that's a choice. It's not always easy, because a lot of times it's admitting when we're wrong, right? It's avoiding passive aggressive behavior, right? Because a lot of us, we want to go, oh, it's not a big deal. And then we want to get really angry, right? And we don't have that luxury when we want to change. And it's getting really introspective and really deep to say, okay, what do I need to change? Am I willing to change it? And what is my plan to change it? So I kind of use this as, if you're annoyed, if something's annoying you, if something's frustrating you, I am by no means, guys, saying this isn't about right or wrong, right? It has nothing to do with the other person. We're not allowed to talk about the other person because they're not here with me. I'm talking to you, right? You're the one that's here. And the only thing that we have absolute 100% control over is ourselves. And what I realized is that in my recovery, when I started getting better, everyone around me started getting better. So that if I just focused on me, then my world would start changing. The people around me would start changing, right? Either they were replaced with new ones or they got better, right? And so it's about you. We don't get, if we want to be in growth, we don't get to go into the victim and the blame of, well, it's all their fault. They should have done this. It's about us. Now, that's not to say that you can't set boundaries with folks on their behavior, right? Everything is a choice. You have a choice of who you surround yourself with. You have a choice of what conversations you enter into. Everything is a choice. The choice that we're talking about tonight is, when something agitates you or something disturbs you, are you looking to blame the other person? Or are you going internal and saying, okay, this person is my mirror. They've been put here to show me something inside myself. What is it? And this is where journaling can really help, because when you journal about the situation, sometimes we know right away that, yes, this person did this and it annoyed me or it disturbed me, like the smacking of the gum with the cow, right? Yet the smacking of the gum like a cow isn't really what disturbed you. It might have been that you didn't think he was listening to you, and so it triggered that right now you don't feel heard. And then as you journal and unpack that, you might find, I'm not feeling heard because I'm not using my voice. So what do I need to change to learn to use my voice so that I'm heard? How do I control that? You see what I'm saying? So that's where journaling about it helps. And you start to write down, okay, why is this bothering me? What is it that's disturbing me? And then where is this showing up in me? Where am I maybe not hearing others that's causing me not to be heard, right? Where are others having emotional outbursts that are affecting me? Or are people showing up and getting emotional with me because I'm being emotional with others, right? It's everything is our mirror. And when we choose to start looking at it that way, that's when the real growth starts to happen. And a lot of times things are not happening to us, they are happening for us. And when we can change our mindset to things happening for us instead of to us, then we can start looking at everyone as our mirror, and we can truly start using those experiences as opportunities, and we can be grateful to our higher power, God, universe, whatever you choose, as long as it's not you. We can be in gratitude around, thank you for allowing these situations that are pretty uncomfortable and sometimes not very fun and pretty yucky. Thank you for allowing me to have that so that I can learn this lesson. Now let me go learn it so I don't have another yucky situation. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, reach out, Brindley, Brindley, at brindleytecher.com. Follow me on Facebook, or you can always text 727-512-9098. Have a great night. Bye, guys.